Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro Career on Snooker 19. Today it is time for the start of the Coral Players Championship. Today we play in the last 16 against the Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan, a player who we have only beaten twice in 6 appearances against. He beat us for the first 2 appearances in the UK Championship and another Home Nations event, the Scottish Open in Season 1 and in Season 2, both by 3 frames to 1. But we got our own back in the quarter-final of Season 2's Gibraltar Open by beating him by 3 frames to 2, and that was a run that took us to the final. And unfortunately, we did succumb to Mark Selby by 4 frames to 3 in that final. But probably the one that most of you remember the most is that absolute thrashing at the Betfred World Championship last year, where Ronnie O'Sullivan beat us 13 frames to 6 in that best of 25 in the last 16 last year. We got our own back, though, in terms of that record pretty quickly by beating him in the last 16 of the Paul Hunter Classic this year by 3 frames to 1. But Ronnie beat us and made the record 4-2 for the moment, funnily enough, by beating us 4-2 in the Northern Ireland Open last 16. So we meet for the first time in a Coral event today. And we've also always done pretty well in the Coral Players Championship. We got to the quarter-final of Season 1. We beat Stuart Bingham by 3 frames to 0 in the last 16, but did get beat by Judd Trump in the quarter-finals in Season 1. So we could potentially lose a little bit of money should we not beat Ronnie O'Sullivan here. And last year, we actually got to the semi-final. We got knocked out by our late Season 2 nemesis, Mark Selby. But today, it is a best of 7 again, a long match against Ronnie O'Sullivan. The matches in real life are a best of 11, so not entirely sure why this is only a best of 7, but that's what we're up against. A little bit of a shame it's not a longer match, but that might play to our advantage, who knows. So I'm fairly confident, and this is our first real big test on the Pro Plus difficulty. Let's see if we can do it. And another bit of a service announcement, we are going to cut down the schedule just slightly. We're not going to have a video on a Sunday from now on. We are going to go for 3 videos a week on Snooker 19 on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday at 6 PM. A format that you guys probably got used to for a long time in the last 6 months. It's just for a variety of reasons, but the main one really is just that I think that a 24-hour turnaround doesn't give you guys enough time to watch the previous video. For example, in this scenario, you know, you'll see that we got knocked out of the shootout because we're now playing in the Coral Players Championship against Ronnie O'Sullivan. So I would say you're probably less likely to watch that video, and it just makes sense for a few bits and pieces. But there are times we probably will go back up to 4 times a week, and it's absolutely nothing due to me not enjoying the series perhaps anymore. You haven't got to worry about that at all. It's just it makes sense at the moment where the channel is going as well in terms of the schedule to go down to 3 times a week. But a good break off from Ronnie. He did leave a potential red that he could have got to. He left it closed for us. We had to play a safety to get out of it. And we played a successful safety. And now he has left an opportunity for us to pop potentially our first red. So let's have a quick look at this. Try and pop the red and get on the black as well. And there you go. It's our first pot of the game. So obviously looking here on Pro Plus to do something on our first big match.
Played it well.
It's a good shot, that was. Happy with that. A little bit awkward here with coming off the cushion, I think. Yeah, not quite positionally.
9.
How does the blue ball look? It's tempting. But we'll play a bit of a shot to nothing here.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
It's there, though. Great pot. We did play a shot to nothing, though. We might still be able to see a red, possibly. Oh, can we see that to the pocket? Oh, it's tight. I don't think that's going in from there, but we'll give it a go. Hit it nice and soft, but equally put some top on it to try and get on the black. But if we hit it soft, hopefully, even if it hits that jaw, we might have a chance. And it's there. Good pot. A little bit too soft. Could have done with playing it a little bit harder than that. But we can go for that cheap blue again. Just got to make sure we don't make the same mistake we made against Graham Dott. Which was to miss the cheap blue. But it's there. Good shot. Just trying to line up for the red that's just outside the pack. But a good start for us here. Definitely in this frame. If we can get a good foothold. Get a decent 40 plus break. We should be okay. But as with all these games, as I always say, it's about getting your eye in. Just focusing on trying to give yourself the best chance. And in a best of 7, it's still a relatively short format. Yeah, I'll go for that red there. It's a relatively short format, so you've got to get your eye in quite quickly. Because as we saw against Rolly O'Sullivan in this tour, in the Northern Ireland Open, we could start to struggle. Awkward positionally here. Pot's no problem. But not quite on the black. Wonder if we're on the blue and whether the red blocks it. Yep, red blocks our route to the blue. Yeah, safety time I think here. No disgrace in that particularly. Just try and get this close to the black. Sorry, to the brown. Just make sure we might not leave the red on. But we've overhit that a little. It's whether we get lucky and don't leave this on. I think we might do.
Neil Robertson, 29.
So whether he can see it past the brown. And he can. Looks like just a safety though from the way he's going for this year. Very thin. That's too close for the cushion to anybody to be really tempted. But a good start of 29. I'll take that. And now it's just a safety battle. Maybe overhit that potentially. See if we get any cover from the brown. I think we have. Just another safety here from Ronnie. Opening things up a bit now. He's got to hope for a bit of security behind the yellow. And he's got it, to be honest. Dubious a bit that shot is, but equally, what else can we play? Hoping just to avoid the reds coming back up the table here. Oh, that was a bit unfortunate. That was a bit unfortunate. Hit the travelling red. We looked pretty good to avoid them, but that's a bit unfortunate there.
Really tough shot, and it hasn't worked out all that well.
So Ronnie's got his first chance of frame number 1.
With the rest there, well played.
Not a lot we could have done, really.
1.
It's the only red we could have played that we weren't snookered on, and it nearly worked. Just a bit unfortunate with the movement and the fact that we cannoned into 1 on the way back.
3.
Oh well, won't be too disheartened by that.
He's no gimme.
He's going to play the long pot here, and he's played it beautifully.
4.
And is he on the black? Most certainly is.
11.
It's never the best idea to give Ronnie an opportunity. I think he's far enough from the black spot to see that straight red. Yep, absolutely fine.
12.
He's got to open that bunch of 4 up though. And equally, needs to get rightly positioned behind those 2 reds, as I'd call it, to pot those. So interesting. Oh, he's
20.
played that a bit awkwardly. I don't quite know what he's planning here. Just a safety, obviously.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 20.
Didn't see any potential there at all. Very interesting. Just safely up to the bulk line. That will do. That will do me. Can't quite see one of these reds to pot, so see what it does here. Hits this a little bit thicker. Good shot. Good shot from Ronnie. Gonna have to get this towards the green now. No guarantees this will work. Certainly gone towards the green. And he's got a chance, most certainly.
The safety battle continues.
But now just a safety from Ronnie. I mean, there's a definite pot on there, but didn't obviously feel confident. Thought the safety was the best option. Bit unlike Ronnie, really. Unless potentially he sees something in this that we don't. Don't want to hit that too hard and leave it open on the other side.
That's an excellent shot.
Hendon and Folds like that one, though. Oh, he's hit the black on. Not that would be much of a problem for us, I don't think, but shots enough in time maybe here.
Tricky shot coming up.
No.
Oh, unlucky.
This time.
Need a bit of luck here, i.e. not hitting off the bloody... well... Unfortunate there. Unfortunate. Maybe shouldn't have gone too aggressive. But he left a tempter, and we were tempted, so... But it comes down to the age-old game of those 4 reds.
8.
I said this before that safety battle, and he's going to have to open them up here, and that is not the best shot.
This is not easy.
He's going for the pink here. There's going to have to be a safety on these, unless he can see a plant. I don't think so.
Would you believe it?
Yeah, well, he's out of position. Pink now put on blue spot. Just hoping for some safety here.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 50.
He's got it to an extent, but, you know, this is a tempter with the red. It's a risk, because if we miss it, could leave an opportunity. Most certainly. We don't really want to play this too hard if we can avoid it. But equally, we want to be there positionally, so we're going to have to play this with some pace, I think. Play it towards the cushion. Come on, red. Ah. Well, that was always the risk with a shot like that. But could we have really played a safety? I don't think so, but I think that's probably one chance too many now from Ronnie, and I think he'll probably take the first frame.
He's looking for the pot into the right middle.
Get out of jar free there for O'Sullivan, most certainly. Mind you, this looks a bit peculiar.
A little better.
Definitely could have ended up better. Can you see this red to the middle? No, he can't. I didn't think so. So Ronnie a little bit rusty here. That's visibly shown. He's left one right over the corner pocket. So definitely a reprieve for us here. And a potential chance to get back into this. It's there. Position's not great.
Left that a little bit more tricky than he would have liked.
1.
If we try and pot the yellow here and just get
one, but
a safety next up. Yep, yellow's there. No problem there.
Loose shot.
Oh, stop
3.
yakking. Just up and down the table here, really. Nothing more to it. I don't think he'll fancy anything here. There might be a route for this to go to the corner pocket, the one that's nearest the blue, but I can't see it. He's just playing a safety here. I'll tell you what, he's left us a potential chance here, as you know he hasn't. This gets a little bit trickier now then. Wonder can we swerve here? We certainly can. I think it's worth a shot. Hit that too hard. But I think, no, we've left the other red onto the corner pocket. But I'm a little bit hastily here, taking too many liberties. And I'm really surprised Ronnie hasn't taken his chance yet.
He's taking on the long red to the corner pocket.
He took that one though, and I think he will take this chance now.
And that's a great example of what he can do.
1, 6.
So this red will put him 18 points ahead with 27 to go. Just a mere formality really here. 25 with the black. So only needs the yellow if he can pop this black. But the issue might well be positioning himself. That's what he's got to think of. See what he does here. It's not a definite. You'd fancy him to pot this, but you just never know. He's playing it at a slow pace. You'd think he'd pot it, and that looks pretty good to me. Yeah, and he leads by 27 with 25 remaining. So snooker's required here. And if you can pot the green, it looks a pretty good angle to me. It pretty much kisses any hope of us goodbye.
What a pot. Amazing. 19.
To be honest, I think Ronnie deserves frame number 1. You know, we probably need to cut out some of those silly decisions. Good shot with side there.
28.
Going for it a little bit too much, being a little bit too positive, knowing that maybe, you know, that our potting angles might not be on our side.
34.
But it's just too tempting sometimes, and if you're on the right side of it, it's a potential frame winner. But nevertheless, Ronnie O'Sullivan takes a 1-0 lead in this best of 7 match.
Well played to take that frame.
So much like the Liu Huishang match, really, and the Anthony McGill match that preceded this one, all depends how these first 4 frames go. If they're quite quick or there's a chance of it being finished in frame 5, we'll continue. But we'll judge that when we get to the end of frame 4. Good break off though. Potential chance here. That's it. It's with a lot of power to get out of there.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
Red's there.
Opening red.
Good opening red. There's a few available here. We just canned into 1 or 2 and it's given us a potential chance.
1.
I like the look of the pink, must say. Could do with not screwing this up now.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
Nice pot. Let's hope it hasn't run a little bit too far. That's what I'm fearing at this point. It has. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's just ran a little bit too far to get to that red. Well, just your luck sometimes, isn't it? It's just your luck. Shot's enough in time here then.
And this is a half chance.
But a lovely pot.
Unbelievable pot.
Lovely stuff.
What about that for a positional shot? Perfect.
Just going to play off the bulk colour here, and actually that bulk colour turns out to be the pink, so it's a bonus. So we've got a chance once again in this frame. I prefer to make it a little bit simpler than the last frame was, but the table doesn't intend to really. We've got to get quite close to the blue to have a chance on a red. That sort of position should be okay. We've not really shown the conviction though on Pro Plus just yet, have we, of winning frames in 1 visit. That'll come though, with experience, and you know, this isn't really the natural configuration for the table, to be fair. Black's pretty much out of play.
Nicely positioned for the blue here.
Out of action.
15.
Let's be honest, this is a little bit awkward now. It's okay though, we manage it well. What can we get to with that blue next up? We're probably just have to play into them, aren't we?
He's going to the left corner pocket.
Just try and make sure we actually pot this.
And
Good
in
shot.
it goes.
Overdone it on the blue though, unfortunately.
21.
Not liking the look of that. It's too wide really, so green's the only chance. Let's just do a bit of a hit and hope. So where it ends up. Probably with no position. I wouldn't be surprised. There's a chance.
24.
What can I say? There's a chance. I don't like the look of it. Let's play this very thin.
Drop this in gently.
Oh, it looks good. So, cleverly taken shot there.
25.
Just having a look if we can... I mean, if we can get in that sort of zone, we can go for this next red. Issue from here will be to manage to screw back, so not straight on the green, so... Might have to play with some top.
This into the right corner.
Go for the next available red.
Tremendous pot.
Well, he's lost the cue ball a touch.
Oh, stop
Would've
whinging,
wanted that with a
folds.
better control, really.
I'm happy with that,
28.
all things considering. Unfortunately, though, we're not very likely to be on the black. Blue might be a possibility, though. It's not the best position
29.
at all. Sure, shots are nothing, really.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
Well, that's 5 points to our repertoire. Can't moan about that. But ultimately,
Not what he intended.
no position.
34.
Not what he intended. I was quite alright with that. We just don't want this to run too much. Which is exactly what's happened, to be honest. Didn't think it was run that far. Bloody hell. I think we've been saved, though, by blue and black.
Neil Robertson, 34.
This safety will be a test of his
Oh
skills.
my god. He's really gone for it there. And it's not worked for Ronnie. At all. We're just not quite showing that conviction yet of winning a frame in one visit. And that's harming us a little bit. But we've got another chance here.
Beautiful.
Brimming with confidence and on a bit of a roll at the moment.
It's pretty much perfect on the blue. Any further, I'd have been hesitant to go for it. But no, I'm okay with that. And you would think this gives us a good chance to go and win this second frame. Just using that blue spot a bit more at the moment. Again, it's a bit more of a comfortable spot. Makes positioning for the reds a little bit easier. But saying that, you've got to get the position right in the first place. And we've just about got away with it there on the blue.
7.
Could do with this positioning well for this red now. On the cushion.
12.
Got to be pretty unlucky not to pot this, haven't we? Goodness me.
Delicate touch required here.
Oh, flipping heck.
That's an unforced error.
Neil Robertson, 12.
Just played it with too much consideration for the cushion.
He's got
Wowzers.
no position on the blue ball here.
1.
That's unbelievable, that.
7.
And Ronnie, not a player you want to be up against in this situation. He'll fancy himself to clear up now. And to be honest, in both frames so far, we've definitely had chances. You can't say that. It's not been one-sided. You can say that, I mean. It's not been one-sided. Not you can't say that.
13.
But he's in a bit of a pickle here. Oof. Well,
Split looks good to
that's a lot better than I thought the potential from that shot was. Very smart from Ronnie there. And I fancy him here to go 2-0 up. We're not doing too bad on Pro Plus though now. I think we're getting slightly more competitive. We're just missing a few silly pots and we're getting there. I think we're getting there.
29.
Every frame's experience. And who knows, we might get another chance. I don't think we will in frame number 2. But who knows.
34.
So the 2 reds and 2 blacks, we'll put him in front.
Looking to play this
Surely what he's got to be aiming for here.
35.
Oh no, he's going for the blue. Interesting. Interesting choice. Leaves him okay.
in it goes.
And he's there.
Wonderful shot.
So what's he going for here? Surely the brown. Going for the brown. So the yellow will actually put him level pegging. Sorry, it'll put him 1 point ahead.
Wow, that's some comeback.
Shocking maths, really.
Opportunity, and this will
But
be-
one ahead now with 25 left. As I said at the start of this break, I fancy him to clear up. And that is still the notion we're going with. 4 ahead, now 8. So, blue and pink needed.
Must be positioned for the blue here.
54.
Can still force a respot, but very unlikely now. I can't see him missing this. And 2 good comebacks, and it's 2-0 to Ronnie. But I don't think we've played too badly. We've just been a little bit unfortunate, to be honest. Yeah, better say we'll concede the frame there. And it's 2-0 to Ronnie. But you know what? I don't think we're playing too badly here.
And this.
Just getting on the wrong side of a bit of luck sometimes.
Thank you. The third frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Bit of a must-win frame here, though, you have to say. But again, he's given us an opportunity at the start. So, I mean, he's not in his best form in terms of starting breaks and breaking off. But in terms of his break building, and he's in his typical form. But that's a good shot. Nicely lined up for the black. It's more like it. Close range shot here, so that makes things a little bit more awkward. I suppose we could just play on the cushion and line it up to the other pocket. Okay, it's good. Need to come off the cushion. That's it, that won't hurt.
8.
But we've had 3 chances of this kind now. I have to say that we need to take this one.
9.
It's a rather crucial shot. That classic sprint split, but we need to pot this, and we have. What's our luck looking like?
A real chance here.
It's not looking fantastic, to be honest.
16.
We won't know until we get down to play this next shot, but it's okay. We can deal with that.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
Try to move that over the corner pocket. Sorry, the middle pocket.
Goal there. Ideal position.
17.
Blue not easy there. I don't fancy taking that on, but truth be told, there's nothing easy here at all. I think blue might be our best shot. It's there. Played a bit of a shot to nothing there, but truly would have been very lucky to not leave anything on had we missed that. Nevertheless, we're okay. This is just the chance we need. I think this would improve our confidence tenfold should we get a frame winning break. And looking forward, I know we're way off it yet, but it would be great if we could make it 2 each before that break. Obviously, that's a long way in front. We're not there yet, but we've certainly got the chance in this frame.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here. No.
Neil Robertson.
Got no words there.
Playing for the middle pocket.
Got no words. I was just saying we need to stop being silly and just take the shots on, but I knew as soon as I'd hit that
8.
it's not quite right. Nothing we can do about it now, though. It's brilliant how wonderful hindsight is, particularly in snooker in these situations. Thinking, well, I shouldn't have done it like that, and you really can't go back and change it now, and it could have massive consequences in this game.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
But ultimately, we deserve to be punished. We've left chances.
22.
It's just a bit infuriating at the moment, but I think we're playing better every frame. We just need to get a little bit more accurate.
30.
So Ronnie levels the scores in a blink of an eye. And all of a sudden, should we not win this frame, it becomes a hell of a lot harder to win this match. At 2-1, you know, we've got a chance and we can try and push to make it 2 each going into the break. But truly, I can't see Ronnie making a mistake now, much like the other frames, particularly here because the reds are open for him to make an impression on.
37.
So 14 ahead, 5 reds left on the table. Remember those 2 up bulk. Of course, the one very much in bulk and the one fairly close to the yellow. Forming a triangle between the yellow and blue. But he's just knocking these in, as you'd expect Ronnie to. It's frustrating for us, but
53.
You have to say, well, it just means that every shot is that much more important,
60.
Ultimately, than it was on Pro.
61.
And each time it's just been one shot that we've been a little bit off on. And this next red, and he's won the frame.
So, just the red required here.
Great break of 68 so far. I think he's going to go for a century here. And good luck to him. Just learning all the time on this difficulty.
E55.
And we'll get there. I think perhaps today's game might be a bit out of reach now. But who knows?
76.
Pressure certainly on us. Leading every single frame. Ronnie in a very good position.
3.
But we've just been a little bit unfortunate, I'd say.
85.
The potential's there.
It's half a chance, but
It's just getting those frame winning breaks. We definitely can get off to a start and get comfortable. It's just one or two sloppy shots that's preventing us really making a difference. But blue and pink for the century.
97.
And the black for a break of 110 to put himself 3 frames ahead with 4 to go.
110. And the frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And now the frame is his.
So,
Thank you. The fourth
enter the
frame.
final frame of today's episode.
Break.
We'll make it the final frame. Don't worry, we're not planning on sabotaging our match just for the sake of saving an episode, but this will be the final of the final frame of today's episode. But again, he's opened things up, and this time, even worse for Ronnie, he's gone in off. I have to say, for a man who's 3-0 up, he's given us some chances.
Neil Robertson, 4.
he's chosen to play on here.
But would you believe that? Would you believe it? Giving us chances, sure, but not really left anything on. Those 3 reds look positive, promising, but not really at this point.
But be aware how important pace is for this shot.
Tell you what, we've underhit that, haven't we? Very much so. Ooh, he's missed it though. Nearly again he goes in off. And would you believe it? Again, he's not left anything on. Unbelievable. Nothing easy anyway, and certainly nothing that would tempt me to have a go. Let's try and go very thin off this. Might hit the red on the way back, but I think it just gives us a little bit better position safety-wise. I think we could be wrong, though. Yeah, that's what my worst fear was. But if we got away with it, this needs to stick right next to the cushion.
Well, that's not worked out.
He's going to go for that red, yeah, that one here.
Excellent.
And he's potted it this time. And yeah, we're just, I wouldn't say rusty. I just think we're a little bit off the pace.
8.
And we're going to be like that for a bit on Pro Plus.
9.
But the signs are there. We're just being caught out a little. That's all it is.
14.
So it looks like this season is coming to a close a lot quicker than I would have thought it would be.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner.
But I'm still happy with my decision to go on to Pro Plus. I think it's the best thing long term for this series. We will get comfortable.
18.
And we will start winning matches, but I think it'll be a lot more exciting for you guys once we do start. It's just that learning phase. And we are learning. I think this scoreline a little bit harsh on us. And the way we've played.
19.
But ultimately, you can look at it and think, well, it's not harsh because you've made 4 mistakes. And Ronnie's cleaned up 4 times.
24.
So, that's the start of the game. And it looks like, given the form so far this match, that Ronnie's going to do the same here.
30.
So we'll hope that Gilbert, Hawkins and Murphy
Excellent cueing.
don't
31.
finish any better, and they also go out in the first round, and we'll be able to keep touch with those 3 guys. Oh dear. Well,
Well,
that's
he lost
a bit of a
control
shock.
cue ball there. careless.
saying it was all over.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 36. Neil Robertson.
And we don't really want to get into this state that... oh, well, we've been given a chance. I'm quite shocked at that. What do we do now? Because that's what's happened quite a few times. And we never helped ourselves when we do that. But that was a rubbish safety shot. Far too soft. So we've said our goodbyes and everything for this tournament, and it's not over yet. It's not really a convincing total, is it, from Ronnie? And there's still, what, 8 reds left on the table.
Cue ball has finished up in a very safe position.
So, even though he's 3-0 up, you have to say this is a little bit sloppy from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Although he's left a bit of a bugger there. You know, us potentially leaving a red on if we're not careful.
This is building up to be a really interesting test of their safety skills.
Gonna be lucky not to leave one on here. Yeah. Particularly with 2 now split from 1 each side. But now just playing the safety on it. And I'll tell you something, Ronnie's given us every chance possible. He's gone in off again.
He's going to play on here.
Goodness me. We've got 12 points this frame so far, without even having a pot.
What a top pot that
13 now. First pot we've registered.
1.
All because Ronnie's gone in off 3 times. Quite incredible, really.
Needs to take this chance.
Quite right, folds. And the black's there.
He's finished a bit awkward here.
8.
I don't think it's too awkward.
Nine. 16.
This is a bit more awkward, I think. Very much so. But the pot's still there. It's a good shot. Positionally not quite.
17.
But we couldn't afford to play backspin there. We'd have been in real trouble. So this pink's put us level, put us 1 point behind in the frame. Missed it, but I think we've got the security of being covered. I might be wrong. Can't quite tell. Yeah, we have. So I played that positively just to know that we're going to be unlucky to leave something on. Can't say the same for... oh, we can say the same for Ronnie.
That's a really good safety.
Too hard. Oh, unlucky. Again, though, not really left anything on. Particularly with that pink now covering that one that was free.
He's looking to get the
So a bit of a reprieve.
tight to the cushion here.
We are back into frame number 4. It's a good shot. Just about to see this though, luckily. Or else it might have ended in tears for us.
He needs to be wary of underhitting this.
That looks okay to me. Looks very okay, actually. Good shot.
That very well.
So very close in frame number 4 here. Can we get one on the board? Can we start a potential comeback? Ronnie ain't going to make it easy for us, that's for certain.
He just wants to ensure he gets this cue ball tight to the cushion.
Too soft again. Too soft. Got away with it though, I think. Yeah, black covers it. Well. There you go.
He fancies this red.
He's going for this one though. And he's there. But what's position like? Non-existent really. Can manufacture some position now. With this yellow.
Great shot.
That's a wonderful, wonderful.
A little bit unfortunate.
3.
So 4 reds left. Can Ronnie make a clearance now? I think he will. To make it a whitewash. As I said before though, remaining positive. It's nearly there. We just need a little bit more cutting edge, and that's going to come through practice and through time.
10.
But a few big events coming up. We've got Gibraltar coming up next, providing we obviously don't
15.
go through here. We'll talk about that a little bit if we don't get through. Don't want to jinx anything.
16.
Looks pretty good for Ronnie though here, because the blue puts him 28 ahead. Will need that red. He only needs the red, and it looks pretty good for him. So this red to win this match 4-0. And he's done it.
In it goes.
No big surprise really after frame 3. It was going to happen at some point. And that pretty much confirms, well, it does confirm we won't qualify for the Tour Championship this year. There's no possible way of getting into the top 8.
Just the colours left now.
30.
Players' Championship does offer £150,000 to the winner, so that was a chance, but Gibraltar Open very minuscule in comparison. And from memory, I don't know if we played Gibraltar in Season 1.
He's got nice position on the blue ball here.
37.
But another defeat to Ronnie O'Sullivan. Makes it now 5-2 in the battle. So we've got Gibraltar. Then we go to China. And then the World Championship. This season is coming to an end very quickly, but we've got 2 tournaments before the Worlds to show what we're made of.
55.
And yeah, just a bit unfortunate there.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
We can take it.
Puts him into the quarterfinal.
So Ronnie in the quarters. See if he can take advantage. He would really be happy with a big boost like that. But not our day today. Not our day really. And just a bit unfortunate. So let's see who won the tournament. Is it going to be one of those top 4? Mark Selby could do with a tournament win. But it's Mark Allen who wins it. Very interesting. That might put him into number 2. I have a no, Mark Williams has won the 2 previous Players' Championships, so it'll certainly put Allen into number 3 if he's not there already. Keeps us in 13th place though, and as I've said before, the next tournament is the Gibraltar Open, so just a reminder to put it onto medium for those first few rounds. I don't particularly want to play long on those, so yeah, we've got 3 tournaments left till the end of the year. I think I'm going to play in the Championship League actually this year. We have qualified for that 7th Championship League. Why not? It'll be something enjoyable and a bit more time to get some experience before the Worlds. I think it's a good plan, particularly because we're not going to qualify for the Tour Championship either. As you can see, we remain in 13th place. So Murphy, Gilbert and Hawkins not really making much of an impression there. Luca Brissell though now into the top 8. Mark Allen quite a way clear in 3rd because Mark Williams loses that money. But Luca Brissell into the top 8. Ding 7. Kyron Wilson starting to drop a little bit. But there's not much really between 14th and 8th. So expect a lot of changes over the next few tournaments in that running order. And who knows, if we start to play well, we might well creep into that top 8 before the end of the season. But we have got the Gibraltar Open coming up next. And then after that, the Championship League, the China Open, and then the big one, the Betfred World Championship. So we will face Jordan Brown in the first round of the Gibraltar Open. Should we get to the last 32, you will see the start of that in Wednesday's episode. If you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content on a Monday, Wednesday, and on a Friday at 6 PM British time. Thank you for your company today, folks, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye for now.